Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jen from Hellophiltai, and I am recording this live because I wanted to express my reaction for the senatorial debate: fresh, sincere, honest, and unscripted. So this is where I took down all the notes. Dito ko po lahat sinulat yung mga gusto kong sabihin after ng senatorial debate. Now, I think people would ask me, what is your relevance with the politics in the Philippines? Na nasa Taiwan ka naman, nasa Taiwan ka nakatira, and why would you do it on TikTok? So, allow me to explain these things to you all sa lahat ng manonood ng video na ito, which I will be posting on my YouTube channel, sa Chini channel, and I will also be posting this on Facebook page. So this time, it's really very important for me to share what I think about the senatorial debate because I am a social science major. So I've been studying about the current issues in our country back when I was in my baccalaureate degree, and also I'm an educator. I'm a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education. I did have my license, so I would say I'm a professional and licensed teacher with certification from the Philippines, of course. And aside from that, I have taken my oath. I have also proctored the licensure examination for teachers in the Philippines, specifically in Cebu. So I must say that as a teacher, this is my social responsibility to share what I think about how to choose a senator. Now, I know, alam ko po, maraming mga kababayan natin ang sumusuporta sa iba't ibang kandidato. In Taiwan, it is pretty obvious that marami po ang sumusuporta kay BBM at Sara. Now, personally, I really officially told all my followers sa Facebook page, which is Hellophiltai TV, and this Hellophiltai TikTok, that I do support Sara Duterte, but sa dami po ng nagtanong sa akin kung sino ang susuportahan kong presidente, that for now I cannot answer. Why? Because I was apolitical before Duterte. Talagang wala akong pakialam tungkol sa politika sa atin. Bakit kamo? Dahil ako po ay talagang tubong Cebu. Ang hirap po ng buhay sa Cebu. Gaya po ng mga katutubo natin. Yan po ang gusto kong ipakita sa inyong lahat. Kasi kanina, pinanood ko po ng live talaga ang testimonya ng mga katutubo na siyang naging biktima ng pang-aabuso ng insurhensya sa atin. So what is insurgency? That is using arms or violence in order to kunin ang power, 'di ba, ng gobyerno natin. You know, sometimes it's really difficult for me kasi I wanted to be language friendly sa ating lahat. Lalong-lalo na this message is really for the Filipino people, but please do give me your indulgence if I speak in English and Tagalog at the same time, because there are really things that we wanted to explain clearly but quite difficult if we speak in Tagalog, syempre, dahil maraming mga lengguwahe po talaga na tulad ng Tagalog na mahirap mong sabihin in a natural way. So, let's have our indulgence, and I hope you would really see this video very useful for you. Again, I am doing this live because I don't want to have any issue. People would tell me that you are paid by so-and-so, by some politicians, which I already had an experience before on my Facebook profile. So ito po ang aking reaksyon, at sa tingin ko, this is not just my social responsibility but yours. Kailangan niyo po itong maintindihan kasi ang dami-daming pangako, pero kanino ba talaga ang magiging makatotohanan, 'di ba? Lahat ng pangako in so many years napapako. So my background po, I grew up in Cebu. I'm from the other side of the city. Yes, famous po ang Toledo City sa Cebu, pero when you talk about the barangays, not all barangays are blessed. So I would say that my barangay is one of the biggest in Toledo City, pero to be very honest, we have the same experience with water supply. Dahil po mahirap po talaga ang tubig sa lugar namin. And second, ang food supply. Now, why did I stress these things? Kasi po, ang tubig at ang pagkain ang siyang pabalik-balik na sinasabi ng mga gustong magiging senador. So why not share from my personal experience and at the same time, share what we have here in Taiwan. Kasi ang nagiging issue kasi, bakit ako talagang naudyok, I am motivated to really do this video right now, which I'll be sharing on my YouTube channel, Chini Channel. I do this live since hindi ko din po magawang mag-edit ng video for now since I have a lot on my plate. So I hope you guys would share this and let our Filipino people be informed. Why? Bakit? Kasi yung mga may access sa internet, tulad natin dito sa Taiwan, tayo ang nakakapanood ng magagandang mga debateng tulad ng ginawa ng SMNI. There's one channel, CNN, they did a presidential debate, but on the very site of it, I puke. Para akong nasusuka. Yeah, it's an exaggeration, but why? The questions are given by the hosts. They're not even experts, and aside from it's given by the hosts, the questions are not even relevant sa sitwasyon na kahaharapin ng magiging presidente natin. We are in the verge of, let's say, war. It's already been starting between Russia and Ukraine. But why are the questions still talking about corruption, which is already being given solution by our government right now, the present administration? And we all know, it's a fact na si Duterte lang ang nagpatanggal ng maraming malalaking mga may posisyon sa gobyerno. Kaya nga, marami pong sinabi ang mga senatorial na dapat po nating malaman at talagang maintindihan. So you will know how to vote wisely. Now, it's my first time to realize on the second round po ng senatorial debate sa SMNI, it's my first time to know na talagang there is a law providing na you have a budget for a voter. So it's like legally giving the politician the ticket to buy a vote. Imagine mo, nasa batas natin 5 pesos per tao, per voter, and the senators now are trying to increase that budget. So I would agree to the guests kagabi sa senatorial debate na we should not concern ourselves on how to increase the budget for how much we give for the voters. Instead, we should concern ourselves on how to change the law pertaining to our election. Kasi ang daming flaws niyan. Nauna na yung talagang 5 pesos per voter. Even if hindi ka binigyan, but your right to have 5 pesos, nasana yun, di ba? So if it's gonna be 20 pesos, nasana yung 20 pesos mo? It's the same thing as vote buying. So talagang maraming problema po ang constitution natin. But we will not focus our topic sa vote buying muna and constitution since talagang that's a very deep topic to talk about. Ang gusto ko pong i-share sa inyo ay ang mga talagang laging pinapropose na mga senatorial bills natin or senatorial bets with regards to education. But before that, ito po yung mga plataforma nila because before they started the debate, they always they were given a chance to have an opening statement in 90 seconds, but it's an on-the-spot question. So, noong March 2, ang sabi ng mga senators natin, ito ang gusto nilang baguhin or gawin kung sila ay magiging senador. Una, baguhin ang bureaucracy, dapat maayos yung manpower, ma-abolish yung manpower, parang yung brokerage po dito sa Taiwan. Same. Tapos, dapat ma-increase ang salary ng mga teacher. Dapat pagtibayin daw ang mga barangay or LGU. Dapat ang mga public utility ay maibalik sa mga tao. So, that's electricity, water, at marami pang iba, di ba? And agriculture. Yung mga farmers, dapat daw magiging marami na silang pera, maging mayaman na ang farmer natin. At ito, dapat may research science center. Tapos, dapat mandatory na ang school from kindergarten to elementary at dapat free daw ito. Wow, ang gaganda, di ba? And then, meron silang sinasabi na free legal services. Wow, talagang napawaw ako dito. Kasi that's what we need as part of the poor population. Talagang we need this. And yung sa health, paulit-ulit to, lahat talagang may concern sa health. Tapos ito, financial assistance para sa mga elderlies. Ito, bago ito, kasama ng Research Science Center. 'Di ba? Tapos, ito din, bago din ito, dapat special training for the special kids, which is really good. Marami akong pwedeng i-share sa inyo dyan tungkol sa special let's say, physically challenged people dito sa Taiwan. Talagang marami silang programa para sa mga taong may kailangan, special need. Tapos, yung investors para maraming trabaho, 'di ba? At sabi nila, dapat daw yung rice natin, dapat ipag-ibayo pa ang rice natin sa Pilipinas para hindi na tayo dapat pa sumandal sa ibang bansa. Tapos daw, corruption, dapat masolve ang corruption, lalong-lalo na sa PhilHealth. Tapos talagang magiging maayos ang IATF at yung Hungry Bill. That was noong March 2. So, kahapon, ito naman yung mga sinabi na gustong iiwan ng mga senador na pumunta kahapon. Dapat daw may total economic emancipation. Ano ba yung emancipation? Dapat daw economic freedom para sa lahat, which is good. Kasi kapag parang sa Taiwan, if everyone feels like they have enough parang enough yung finances nila, you will never really do something unpleasant or mali. Kasi you have your finances na talagang babagay sa kailangan mo. Ibig sabihin, kasya sa pang-araw-araw na kailangan. Eto pa, meron nag-stress out ng OFW issues. Kaya nga, I think this is really important for me to share what I think. Kasi they mentioned about OFWs at mga kababayan nasa abroad, including myself. Now, you know, one positive thing of being a Filipino citizen is that we are given a right to have dual citizenship. So in my case, I am Taiwanese and I could be Filipino too. I can present my Filipino passport in the Philippines, and when I come back here in Taiwan, I can present my Taiwan passport. Yan po yung maganda dyan. Kaya I hope you guys, if you see this video, I would encourage you to really share this. Why? Because this is information. And we are not just giving out information that's gotten from the litter box, diba? This is from my own experience and from my keen observation, which is very essential. Especially, meron akong pinaghuhugutan kasi I am a teacher myself. Kaya, napaka-importante na binigyang diin din nila ang turismo sa atin. And yung talagang nag-catch ng puso ko ay ang federalismo. When I was young, I was really quite very interested with the idea of federalism. Kasi alam ko naman na kaya ng Cebu. There are so many Cebuanos, without offense po, just my experience from my childhood memory. Ito lang, sinishare ko lang. There are a lot of Cebuanos na talagang gusto nang makipaghiwalay na sa ibang probinsya. In what reason? Kasi halimbawa yung Manila, malinis sa Cebu, tapos sa Manila talagang sobrang dumi noon, 'di ba? We should also see the effort of Tatay Digong kung paano niya nilinis ang Manila Bay ngayon at paano din nag-improve ang mga LGU sa Manila since talagang sobrang stricto ni Tatay Digong in terms of imposing and realizing his projects. Yun eh. some people would try to convince me na, oh, ang ganda-ganda ng Manila now. Which is the same thing in other cities. Sa Toledo City for one, ang daming nagbago. Bakit? Isa lang. Dahil talagang napaka-stricto ni Tatay Digong po in terms of realizing his projects. Lalong-lalo na sa build. Ang dami niyang sinabi sa mga ahensya na as much as possible, you should finish this project. Kailan? Before matapos ang termino ni Tatay Digong. Why? Kasi natatakot siya na baka magiging corrupt ang kasunod. So talagang ang hirap po lang assurance. So to be able to deliver the projects to the people na alam niya na talagang pwedeng mangyari. So within his term na talaga. But then, sayang. 2 beses na akong kinausap na isang kababayan natin from Cebu, and isa po siyang nanay, and she was crying. Bakit? Kasi para sa kanya, sayang. Bakit? Kasi hindi na pwede pa si Tatay Digong. Kaya nga, when they talked about parliamentary system kagabi, at na-mention ni Astra Pimentel, she's one of the running senators from PDP Laban, talagang na-appreciate ko yung sinabi niya. That's why I posted it on my TikTok when she said, kung sana we have this parliamentary system, we could like extend, a very good leader, just like Duterte. And I must be very honest, being apolitical for decades, and then all of a sudden, when Duterte ran for the presidency, I become very concerned with politics. That's one proof that Duterte has done really great things. Not only for Davao, but for the world. Kasi imagine mo, kahit saan siya pumunta, talagang nagiging rockstar president si President Duterte. And in fact, I have been to many media engagements in order to give the exact information pertaining to what's happening in our country, sa Pilipinas. And meron din po akong video na nag-viral tungkol sa isang TV show na talagang ako lang ang Pilipina, ako ang invited guest, and we have panelists, they were students. And I was able to turn the table down. Talagang at the beginning, ayaw nila kay Duterte, but right before the discussion ended, talagang when we had the recording of that show po, that episode, wala pong cut-cut yun. It was a candid discussion between me and the students. We were really having a discourse. I was trying to educate them on the real situation in the country. And this is one lesson they learned from me, that even if you're outside the country, it's very essential for you to also know what's happening. Diba? Para in one way or another, kapag natanong ka, alam mo kung ano ang isasagot. The same thing that's happening with other countries right now having a conflict. Hindi ka pwede magsabi kung sinong kawawa if you don't know exactly kung ano yung problema. Kasi may history yan. And if we use common sense, ang ilang years ang nagdaan, wala namang digmaan na nangyari unless something provokes it. Which it happened in Taiwan too, di ba? So, binibida nila lagi ang Taiwan, kaya I really want to speak for it as I moved on with all the parang promises ng mga senador. So, after federalism kahapon, they also stressed that about dapat daw may food security, health security, di ba? Maganda talaga yung mga plano nila. And dapat we support local industries, which is good. Diba? Just like Taiwan, we manufacture so many things. Kaya when we have pandemic here, hindi tayo nahirapan kasi hindi naman tayo nag-import ng maraming bagay dito. So again, they added about corruption na naman kahapon, and then stressed out about special children care, and then the electricity dapat talagang affordable na for the Filipinos, 'di ba? And then meron pa silang sinasabi na yung basic needs dapat affordable sa lahat. Napakaganda pakinggan. PhilHealth dapat maging maayos. Tapos yung agriculture nga dapat pagtibayin pa. And then here's one point na pag-uusapan natin further. Lagi nilang inulit-ulit, the essence of education. So this time, ang video na ito, i-focus natin tungkol education. First na sinasabi ng mga gusto maging senador is to increase the salary of the teachers. Para sa akin, dapat talaga i-increase ang sahod ng mga guro. Kasi imagine mo, ako lang, as a teacher here in Taiwan, I used to teach in a language school. Meron talaga malaki ang rate ng mga teachers dito, especially if you're a foreigner. So in my case, I received the same rate with the rest of the native speakers. So noon at my time, that was 2007. Hindi na po tayo magbulahan, okay? I'm just really honest, and I don't want to like hide any information because this is an open book. 2007 until now. Sana wag po kayong umasa sa mga sabi-sabi ng mga Filipinas dito na kapag nasa language school ka, per hour mo is 1,000. No. Pinaka-minimum po, mula po ng 2007 hanggang ngayon, ang marireceive po per hour ng isang English teacher, if you are valued the same way as the native speaker, that's 600. Yan po talaga. Now, if the school likes your performance, talagang maayos kang guro, they will give you like 50 increase, hanggang pinakamalaki na po ang starting na salary na 700 or 750. That's already impossible na start po na sahod. Now, if you check www.tlit.com, again, uulitin ko, www.tlit.com. At kung ikaw po ay graduate ng any baccalaureate degree and you think you are fluent with your English, then you can try to apply online. And makikita po ninyo talagang ang rate po is 600 to 700 or 750 NT per hour. Now, kung monthly sahod naman po ng teacher dito, we are talking about mga language schools. Kasi yan yung experience ko sa language school na muna. Now, basic po ng monthly, kapag monthly ka, you would start with 30,000 NT hanggang 70,000 NT. So yan na po yung pinaka minimum depending on the school. Kasi isang ibang school, iba din yung rate nila. Iba din yung minimum wage nila. So iba-iba. But the fact is, napakalaki. Imagine mo, in a private language school, you will earn 30K. Habang sa Pilipinas, noon my sister started with 9,000 lang yata peso. Imagine that's 4,000 NT dollars lang, di ba? And then biglang nag-increase na for now yata they might have 10,000 something for a start bilang isang teacher. Napakalaki ng gap. So bakit naman ang mga magagaling na mga teacher magtuturo sa Pilipinas kung meron silang napakalaking sahod sa ibang bansa tulad ng Taiwan? Di po ba? That's a big question there. Now, second, bakit kailangan mangibang bansa ng mga teachers sa atin? Dahil nga, kailangan nila ng pera para itustos sa pamilya nila. And pangalawa, mahirap po talaga ang support system sa Pilipinas. So this is what I wanted to discuss further. Kaya, shout out sa mga kababayan natin. I hope this video will reach the senators na malaman nila kung ano ba talaga ang suportang dapat ibigay sa mga teachers sa Pilipinas. How would I know? Because my friends, my family, we are a circle of teachers. Alam na alam ko po ang nangyayari sa mga guro sa atin ngayon. Now, with the salary, dito sa Taiwan, siguro pinaka-minimum na salary dito according to my research, 50,000 NT. Hindi pa po kasama ang bonus nila. So kaya nga po, alam niyo po ba, kapag teacher ka dito, you are really respected and alam nila na talagang meron ka talagang sariling bahay. Alam mo yon na in fact, dito sa area namin, maraming mga, yung one building talaga. Now, if you would compare Taipei sa ibang mga area, sobrang mahal po talaga ng mga bahay dito. So, CR mo lang, you would spend 10 million na siguro, pinakamaliit. 'Di ba? For your toilet. So, ang mga teachers dito, marami sa kanila talagang isang building po talaga. They own one building. Bakit? Because they have enough money for that. Because they have good or great compensation. Kaya nagtatrabaho sila ng maayos. Now, let's talk about sahod sa Pilipinas. Maraming magsasabi, alam mo, yung mga let's say negative lang, sinasabi nila na, oh sige, increase mo yung sahod ng mga teachers, saan kayo kukuha ng pera? Okay. First, ang issue, kailangan talagang i-increase ang sahod ng mga teachers because of the value and weight ng trabaho nila. So, saan kukuha ng pera? We have other ways to get those money. Number one na po yung pagbayad ng tax. Of course, yung pag-increase ng tourism. Tourism is one extra talaga na income para sa isang bansa. Ngayon lang, nahihirapan tayo kasi nga pandemic, di ba? Imagine mo pandemic tapos nag-aaway-away pa tayong lahat. That's even worse than having pandemic. So, with regards to compensation. Sa tutor sa Pilipinas, I have a niece. Since teacher kasi yung mama niya, my sister. So, they have to have a tutor para matulungan sa assignments, ganun. 1 hour yata is, at the beginning, 50 pesos kasi siya, student. Now, nung nakita na ay maayos siya na tutor, naging 70 hanggang naging 100, 150. So, it's increasing. Imagine mo yung 100 mo na tutor, 1 hour na yon. Dito po hindi. In my case, as a teacher po dito, kapag ako po yung tutor ninyo, whether it's Tagalog, Bisaya, English, or Chinese, it would be 1,000 NT an hour. That's really my rate. Why? Because it's your professional fee. Same thing kasi pinag-aralan mo yan, it's your skill. Same thing din po sa mga teachers sa atin. So, if someone could be a tutor with 1,000 NT, a rate an hour, how much more, at ilang taon na po yung nagdaan, diba? How much more those Filipinos sa atin na may master's degree na? Kasi hindi po biro ang competition ng mga teachers sa atin. They need to have master's degree in order for them to upgrade. Kasi meron silang tinatawag na special teacher, teacher 1, teacher 2, teacher 3. And with that kind of label, alam mo yun, with that kind of entitlement, meron silang right na mag-increase yung sahod nila. So, imagine mo, hindi ka pa nakapag-increase ng sahod, ang laki-laki pa ng gastos ng master's program sa atin. So, I believe teachers deserve to have a big salary. Imagine, dito sa Taiwan, ang students nila in our classroom, 20. Pinakamarami na po yung mga 25 or 30. Imposible na yung 30 kasi konti lang yung bata dito. But, every time I go to Cebu for my program, kasi I have feeding program for schools, I have a pencil for a cause. Siguro alam niyo naman po yung feeding program, I give one-time meal for the kids. And then for the pencil for a cause, I give 1 pencil per student. And then I also have the toy program, which I donate toys to the schools so that they will have their own play corner. And then namimigay din po tayo ng educational supplies. Now, if you want to help, then you can email at hellophiltai@gmail.com. Dati po kasi, pinapublic ko po yung pagtulong. And later on, when I become an online media, I don't want to have any problem or issues regarding money and donations. Especially po when I started to support Duterte. Talagang I quit that and made all the programs on my own. So sa sarili ko talagang bulsa, and I'm so thankful that my family here in Taiwan are very supportive with my programs, with my charitable programs. So if you want to help, if you're willing, and I really could assure you that you can see all the programs on my Hellophiltai Facebook page. I-search nyo lang po Hellophiltai, Philtai, and that's it. You can see all the programs there. So every time I go to schools, nakikita ko po ang daming students sa atin. In one classroom, umaabot sila ng 75 students. And alam ko, you will really agree na pati pag-paint ng classroom ng mga teachers, pati pag redecorate yung mga visual aids nila, they're paying everything. Lahat po talaga. Lahat. Yung ate ko mismo, ako mismo, I'm the witness na talagang every year, ang laki-laki ng gastos niya, pagandahin lang ang classroom niya. And maliban pa sa gastos for the classroom and for teaching paraphernalias, gagastos pa sila from their own pockets, makatulong lang sa mga students in the public school. Kaya, alam niyo po, masakit sa akin na isipin na maraming mga teachers sa atin ang talagang naghihirap. At minsan, pinagtatawanan pa na, teacher ka pala, teacher of loans. Kasi nga, maraming mga teacher ang lubog sa utang. Why? Kasi po, ang expenses nila yearly malaki. They need to change uniforms. Yes, they do receive, parang, anong tawag nito? Financial assistance for their uniform and other programs. Meron, pero alam niyo po ba kung kailan dumarating? Delay. Example, they need it now, and then ang bayad or ang refund sa gastos nila, hindi nila alam kung kailan darating. And then we have to eat every day. Sabi nga nila, we have to live the life to the fullest. But we can't live our lives to the fullest with an empty stomach. Diba, kailangan po natin kumain, kailangan po nating busog. That's very important as a human being. Kung ang pusa nga, diba, na pumupunta sa ibang bahay, makakain lang, tayo pa kaya? So, again, the salary of the teachers must be pushed. Sana sa mga nag-promise po ng mga senador, binasa ko, diba, I have notes here. Hindi ko na i-mention muna kasi I wanted to choose wisely. Gusto ko na kung ano man yung ibibigay ko na senator sa inyo. Kasi I released preliminary, and after the debate, I've known more people and more senatorial bets na talagang deserving po iboto at ilagay sa Senado. So, again, wag na tayong makipagkompetensya pa sa teachers. They deserve salary increase. Kung pwede nga lang 70,000 1 month, 'di ba? Talagang malaking tulong po 'yun sa sakripisyo na binibigay ng mga teachers sa ating lahat. Mula noon hanggang ngayon. Kung gutom tayo, ang teacher nagbibigay. Kung wala tayong papel, ang teacher nagbibigay. Siguro may mga hindi magandang teachers, but majority po sa atin, lalong-lalo na public school. I am not ashamed to tell everyone. I'm very open to everyone that I am a product of public school. I came from public elementary school and public high school, but it doesn't mean that you come from a public school, you know less. Na tinatawag bobo ka na, 'di ba? Na wala kang alam. I think it isn't that way. It's not about the school. It is you as a student, kung paano mo i-enhance yung sarili mo. And I learned from my experiences as well. So, kung at my time, nagkaroon ng ganitong klaseng student, how much more if we try to upgrade the teachers now, di ba? So, aside from the salary of the teachers, isa pa na napag-usapan tungkol sa edukasyon ay ang sistema. Ako po, I'm really against the mother tongue instruction. ayoko po talaga. You know why? Kasi when I went back to the Philippines 2017, I went to schools. As I've said, I've been doing a lot of programs. Taon-taon po, hindi lang natin sinasabi publicly because you don't have to say it, but because I have to prove to you about this. So you can even see that on Hellophiltai Facebook page. So when I went to the schools who were my beneficiaries, I realized na I speak to them in English, and many of the kids were like, talagang naka eyes wide shut. Parang hindi ka nila naiintindihan, or they were so shocked with the situation. And then it was when my friend told me na, kasi Jen, we're using mother tongue instruction. So talagang dun ako parang, oh my God, nasaktan ako ng slight. Kasi in Taiwan, one of the greatest impression ng mga Taiwanese towards the Filipino people is that we are good English speakers. Now, if we grow up with the mother tongue, talagang mas wala na tayong, we lost our competence to the world. Alam niyo po ba, kung manonood kayo ng video ng mga people from India, how they speak English, the substance of their statements, how they express their opinion, talagang maa-amazed ka, and they don't care even about their accent. Like, look at me. Parang nasa sistema ko na yung American accent eh. Because it's how we are educated sa atin, diba? We're more of like the American accent. So, every time I speak in English, I really do have this accent in me. Talagang andito na sa akin. We care about accent a lot. Pero sa mga Indians, ang ganda ng paraan nila na magsalita, napakalalim ng karunungan nila, and they can really articulate well in English despite having their mother tongue, diba? So, that's what we have lost now in so many generations na. Ilang years na tayo nag-mother tongue. Really, honestly, from my personal experience and first-hand experience to all the senators, so please share this video. Please tell the senators to revise the K-12 system. K-12 is good because it's like preparing the kids to be mature enough before going to college, but not the mother tongue. Not really with the mother tongue. Like, my kids are learning English with me since they were like, of course, since they were a baby. Now, when they went to the school, elementary school, biglang nag-switch agad ang language nila. Automatically, they know how to speak Chinese very well. When in fact, at the beginning, akala nila ang first language nila is English. Alam niyo po, imagine mo, my son said, he thought elephant is just Chinese na elephant because it becomes really natural sa baby boy ko na elephant is really as elephant, the word elephant. But then when he went to elementary school, he realized that elephant pala is tasyang. See the difference there? Madali nilang matutunan ang Chinese because it's the environment. Nakikita nila everywhere, anytime. Now, in the Philippines, the same thing with mother tongue. If you live with Cebuanos, you speak Cebuano. Now, I live here in Taiwan, I speak Chinese, right? Because we blend, and Filipinos are very linguistic. It is our talent to really learn language that quick. So, sa tingin ko, sa K-12, maganda yon. Maganda na prepare ang mga bata and nalilengthen yung time nila na mag-aral to develop skills. Of course, dapat skills. Hindi lang puro theory, puro academic lang, libro binabasa at walang mga skills, which I will explain later. So, unahin na pong baguhin dahil gusto nyo baguhin ang sistema ng edukasyon sa Pilipinas. Please change the mother tongue instruction. Second, yung nabanggit ko, skills training. Gusto nila na maging matuto sa culinary or pagluluto ang mga bata, pero walang kitchen. Paano yan? Magluluto ka sa papel? Magluluto ka sa drawing? Paano yan? Alam niyo po, teachers will provide for their students. Kaya nga, wala pa silang sahod, gagastos pa sila. Can you imagine the nobility of our teachers in the Philippines? Ako nga, hindi ko kaya ang 75 students ang maggastos pa kaya. So to the senators, please, and to those who's gonna watch this video, I hope you would feel this, passion within me to share this information and this observation from real teachers na sana tulungan talaga ang mga guro. Now, dapat daw may mga mahilig sa computer, like my niece. Tapos walang computer. Paano mo matuturuan ng bata matutong mag-computer skills kung walang computer? Walang computer room. 'Di ba? Well, Madame Legarda said she wants to provide tab for the students. Hindi siya sustainable. Talaga, hindi siya sustainable. I think you should not give it to the students. Instead, you give it to the school. It's a school property. Kaya nga may tinatawag tayong property custodian. Sila ang mag-audit ng mga bagay na dapat public utility para sa publiko, para sa mga students. And then, once they graduate or change to another class or another level, those tabs are still intact. So, with skills training for computer, dapat may computer laboratory. And then, they want the kids to learn sewing. How will you learn sewing kung wala kang sewing machine? Wala po talaga. You will say, Jen, maybe you're just exaggerating. Wala po talaga. In my very own barangay, not everyone has the access to computer. Kahit nga mga teacher, walang computer, walang laptop. Diba? K-12 is one impossible thing, but why did they do that? Sa previous administration pa yan, yung wala na, yung hindi na natin pag-usapan kasi wala na, useless, wala na naman din siya sa mundong ibabaw. But we're talking to the senators who were really, I don't want senators to just use the teachers to popularize themselves, diba? Especially on a debate or on media. Ayusin ko yung mga guro, ayusin ko yung edukasyon, but you don't know how to do it. So this is one way for the senators to be aware kung ano ba talagang kailangan ng mga guro. So aside from the skills training na dapat meron talagang mahawakan ang bata, they want to learn bartending. Paano mo magiging barista ang bata kung wala naman silang lounge na pwedeng mag-mix ng mga beverages? Diba? Yan yung kulang. Kulang na kulang. That's K-12. And pinaka-worst than worst scenario. I donated 1 box and ilang ulit po na bond paper sa teachers and ballpen. Bakit? Kasi nauubusan sila ng bond paper na sila mismo ang gumagastos. But when you see the deliberation ng DepEd, wow, ang laki ng budget nila for module. Pero in reality, sinong gumagawa? I have friends from high school, I have friends from elementary. Sila po, ang mga teachers ang nagpo-provide ng paper at gumagawa ng module. Diba? That's a big problem talaga sa Department of Education sa atin. Now, aside from skills, let's talk about yung mga trabaho ng teacher. Ito po, personal testimony ng mga kakilala ko, including my very own sister. Sa totoo lang, ang dami ng mga bata ngayon na nagiging grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, hindi pa rin marunong magbasa or magsulat. Bakit? Kasi ang daming requirements ng Department of Education sa mga teachers na imbis na ang teacher ay magfo-focus sa teaching, nagfo-focus na sila sa paperworks. At ang dami ng printer na nasira dahil nga print sila ng print para lang sa paperworks nila and sa pagtuturo nila. Now, I'll give the senators an idea on how to solve this problem. Dito po sa Taiwan, talagang I admire how they handle with the learning process sa school. Alam niyo po, wala nang papel-papel na nasasayang. At the very beginning po, meron silang 2 semesters. Within the semester, meron ng precise na ilang libro ang magagamit, may workbook, may textbook. So, wala na namang papel bibilhin. Wala na ding notebook na bibilhin. Ang mangyayari, the teacher will just really focus on teaching and explaining to the kids and checking the works of the kids. Diba parang napakadali. Hindi mo lang maa-assist at maituturo ng maayos ang leksyon sa bata. Ang bata mismo, walang pressure kasi hindi siya nauubusan ng papel at marami pang iba. Now, if they need to print paper for some reason na kailangan talaga sa school, ang mga parents like us from the beginning of the semester, meron kaming contribution. For instance, 200 per student. Yun na yun pagkukunan nila for the copy, photocopying. Yun lang po. So, wala nang extra gastos talaga na babayaran. Kaya, alam mo, nakakaawa ang sitwasyon ng edukasyon sa atin. Now, ako din nagtataka kasi alam niyo po ba, may maraming teachers na nagiging nasa office. In my own observation, and I've been there, there's what we call division office. So, sa isang school po, isang community, isang city, merong tinatawag din sa school na division. Yan yung mahirap kasi sa atin, ang daming entitlement, ang daming position, the bureaucracy in the Philippines is so imminent. Kaya ang daming problemang nangyayari. Now, this division office, for me, they should handle the module making, the paperworks. Dapat sila yung gumawa nun. Kaya meron tayong academic department, meron din tayong HR department, which I had when I was teaching in Cebu, in a private English school. So, ako po yung at the age of 24, ako na po ang parang principal ng three branches of English school. Ang tawag, ano bang tawag dun sa language school? Hindi principal eh. I forgot. But we have 2 departments. Yung academic department, which is focused sa teaching, and the HR department, which is focused sa mga tao. Diba? So, separate responsibility, nagiging mas maayos ang school, ang sistema ng pagtuturo at paaralan. So, para sa mga senador, paano ba talaga maayos ang edukasyon? Dapat, the DepEd, Department of Education, should learn to separate teaching from paperworks. The teachers can't work if they are given the 100% responsibility for the paperworks. And please don't tell me na nagsisinungaling ka kasi ang dami ko pong friends na talagang umiiyak na sa paperworks. In fact, I received a picture of the paperworks that they need to do kagabi lang, 'di ba? Ang dami. Sino pa ang magtuturo kung naubos na yung energy mo sa paperworks? This should be changed. Sa mga senador natin dyan, please, just change the system of Department of Education. There must be a body that, let's just call them the HR department, that is in charge of the paperworks, the module printing, so there must be textbook per student. In my experience po, mula pa nung elementary hanggang high school, I have to share a book with my classmate. Never did it happen na meron akong libro on my own each subject. Talagang kulang. And you can't imagine bakit kulang. I thought we were poor. 'Di ba? Yun lang. Kasi walang pera ang Pilipinas. But then, now that we have this freedom of information. We always see the budget hearing billions and billions of money for Department of Education, and yet they do not have textbooks for the students. You know, that's really impossible. Talagang hindi mo maiiwasan na itanong, ano ba talaga? Korupsyon? Ikaw ang problema? Binulsa mo na lahat ang pera? Ano ba talaga ang totoo, diba? Kaya nga, when those Filipinos na talagang, ang gagaling nila, in fairness, ang gagaling nilang lahat, yung mga nag-join sa debate, ang galing. Kaya I must say, kung ako lang ang tanungin, yung iboboto ko, yung talagang nag-join ng debate. Yeah. And most specifically, yung debate ng SMNI. Kasi may sense, may substance, and merong challenge. Intellectual challenge talaga. Where the Senator Bets engage in a discourse na kung saan talagang natitest yung temperament nila. In fact, kagabi, meron gang uminit, diba? Meron talagang, the other night, meron talagang muntik na talagang mag-away. But then again, it's true. Being a senator, you should be a role model to the Filipino people. Pero sa akin, ang importante ngayon, you walk the talk. Now, aside from the salary increase for the teachers, for the skills training facilities, nire-review lang po natin yung nasabi ko na. And then for the HR and academic department na kung saan is-separate po ang teaching at paperworks. Meron pa pong kailangan ang schools natin. And that is classroom. When I had my program po sa isang napakalayong lugar, you know, I'm from Toledo City. I'm from Cebu. I'm a Cebuano. I was born in Cebu. I grew up in Cebu, but I've never been to that mountainous area. If you walk to that place in Lobo, you have to walk for like 4 hours. Kung hindi ka po sanay sa paglalakad, maybe it will take you a day para matungtong yung bundok na yon. So, since po hindi naman ako lagi naglalakad, buti na lang, pwede talagang sumakay ng kabayo. So, we rode the horse po. Pero alam mo, yung kabayo na sinakyan namin lahat, dahil it's a program, I gave them livelihood program there, which I will explain later. Alam nyo po, yung kabayo walang saddle. Wala kang mahahawakan. Nakakatakot po talaga. In fact, one Taiwanese delegate, talagang muntik nang hinamatay nung dumating kami sa tuktok kasi sa sobrang init at sa sobrang hirap po sa pagsakay ng kabayo kasi hindi ka naman lagi nasakay sa kabayo. So, if ever you had the chance of riding a horse, ang gagawin nyo lang po, sway lang po kayo. Talagang ride with the horse. And sa lugar na yon, dahil kabayo and talagang napaka-stiff po ng mountain, kapag mahulog yung kabayo, which talagang it happened to one teacher, nabalian po talaga siya ng buto. Kasi na-disgrasya talaga. And syempre, kapag bukid, di ba, laging naulan, so laging basa. So imagine, slippery when wet. Diba? Ang hirap po talaga ng edukasyon sa atin. It's not accessible. Ang hirap, and ang available lang po sa bundok ay elementarya. So kapag nag-graduate sila ng elementarya, more often, nagsipag-asawa na po sila. Kasi wala na silang pwedeng gawin eh. Kapag pupunta sila sa high school, they have to live there in the city. Alam niyo po, ganyan kahirap. Ganyan kahirap. So, senators, how do we solve this? Infrastructure. Dito po sa Taiwan, wala kang bundok na hindi nararating. Kayo nga na mga Filipinos, 'di ba? Ang dali-dali niyong puntahan ang Alishan. Why? Because there's infrastructure there. There is access there. Napaka-convenient. Kung gusto mo mag-drive, pwede. Mag-taxi, mag-bus, pwede. Pwede kang mag-bike kung kakayanin mo, kung talagang grabe yung stamina mo. You can ride a bike. So, for me, after my project po, no, 2013, it taught me a big lesson. Before, napaka-bias po ng perception ko sa mga Filipinos. Sabi ko, we are poor. Napaka-pobre natin talaga. Ang hirap talaga maging Pilipino. Pobre talaga. But, living here in Taiwan, that time for several years, and then I went back to Cebu for my program, na-realize ko, hindi tayo pobre, hindi tayo poor eh. Napaka-inconvenient ng pamumuhay sa atin. Kasi nga, walang daan. Imagine mo, I have to ride a horse there back and forth. Ang kabayo po, buti nga lang, magkano lang yun? 200 yata. And then, siguro you know how big is a jumbo box, right? Ang laki ng jumbo box po, ang bigat nun. Sa loob ng jumbo box, I put a lot of toys, a lot of books, so many things there. And then, alam nyo po, isang tatay, naiiyak ako talaga. Every time I remember that project, naiiyak ako kasi ako nga, wala akong dala. And then I have to ride a horse to get there sa bukid. But that tatay with a very big jumbo box, karga-karga niya sa likod niya just to go up there and give it to the children there para makapamigay lang ng computer and mga damit, diba? So, alam niyo po, after that, talagang nasugatan po yung likod ni tatay. Talagang sabi ko, ang hirap. Alam niyo po, napakahirap ng pamumuhay sa atin. So, I will not say we are poor, but we are unprivileged because we are not given the right services from the government before. Now, the present administration is trying to provide the infrastructure the people need through build. So that's we need continuity. Talaga. That's why one nanay was crying to me. Sabi niya, natatakot ako na baka kung iba na ang gobyerno, itigil na ang proyekto para sa mga LGUs. Talagang natatakot siya. Kasi sayang. That's the word talaga eh. Sayang eh. Kaya, I hope with this video and with my message, I hope the senators and all of you, my dear Filipinos, I really do love all the Filipinos. I love being a Filipino. And I am proud being a Cebuana. And I am proud growing up Provinciana. So for me, this is our chance to really, improve the living condition of our families in the Philippines. Now, if you indulge with me, please do share this video. Lalong-lalo na kapag na-post na po ito sa YouTube. So, ang magagawa ng mga senador is to, one, improve the system of Department of Education. Kung pwedeng i-amend ang dapat i-amend, baguhin ang dapat baguhin. Kasi po talagang wala eh. And for me, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na CHED. DepEd and CHED is a separate agency. Ang CHED po is for higher education. For me, dapat hindi na to is separate. Dapat isang agency really for education. The same thing here in Taiwan. We call it Ministry of Education, and then they handle everything. Talagang kinokontrol nila, chine-check nila ang quality of education. Meron silang mga experts na talagang kinokonsulta in order to check na tama at maganda ang edukasyon na makukuha ng mga bata. And they don't just leave it there. Kapag nagawa na ang libro, every time, annually, they do upgrade para mas maayos pa ang edukasyon ng mga bata. And to be very honest with you guys, mahinang-mahina tayo mga Pilipino sa math. Alam niyo po ba yun? Kasi wala tayong magaling na math teacher. ang galing natin magsalita, pero pag math na ang pag-uusapan, hindi na tayo talaga, nahihirapan tayo talaga. Yeah, and it's not because bobo tayo or hindi tayo marunong sa math. It's because walang nagturo sa atin ng magandang math. Alam niyo po, this time nakikita ko, grade 1 pa lang ang baby ko. I saw what kind of math instruction they are given. Talagang ang galing. Hindi lang sila sa 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4, hindi lang ganon. Talagang tinitwist and twist and twist ang utak ng bata para matuto talaga with the basics of mathematics. So, that's what we need. And, paano ba natin ma-attract ang magagaling na teacher na nasa ibang bansa na? Like me, I wanted to teach English sa mga kababayan natin kasi I know I can teach English in a way na talagang it becomes so natural, just like drinking water. Yeah, because, we really need that. It's a language. Para sa akin, lingwahe yan, pero importante yan para makipagkomunikasyon sa ibang tao. And when we know how to communicate, that brings peace within ourselves and we coexist, di po ba? Kaya, sa mga senador, sana, makaabot po ito sa inyo. Marami po akong paraan na inilatag kanina pa. The salary is essential para naman makapagtrabaho na maayos ang mga guro natin na kailangan pang maglakbay at marami pang iba. Because you cannot live to the fullest if you have an empty stomach. Remember that. Second, K-12 for skills but walang facilities. Ito po yung dapat ninyong malaman. You should go po sa ground and field para malaman ninyo na puro lang pala salita ang nasa DepEd dyan sa taas. Hindi nila ginagawa sa baba. Imagine we have 7,600 plus islands and islets. How would you expect excellent education if you've never seen that in your own eyes? At billions ang pera na ginagastos. Where have they gone? Diba? And then, schools, dapat sa bukid, hindi lang elementary ang ibibigay. Please lang, dapat may high school din. They deserve education. Kaya po, nabanggit ko kanina yung testimonya ng isang IP, ng indigenous people sa atin. Sila ang biktima ng mga insurgency, ginagamit sa mga rally, aktivista. Bakit? Kasi sila ang napaka-vulnerable for misinformation eh. And what they want to do, just go to school. With that reason, sinasabi, okay, you will go to school, but yun pala, hindi yan eskwelahang totoo. Eskwelahan para magiging radikal ang isang tao at magiging salot ng lipunan. Pero hindi nila alam yun. It's just like teaching a kid 1 plus 1 equals 11. Kung yun talaga yung itinuro sa kanya, akala niya paglaki niya, 11 talaga yun. Di po ba? Kaya to the senators, please, I hope this will reach you. Na sana, hindi lang elementary ang nasa bukid. Dapat meron ding high school. Para hindi sila mag-asawa ng maaga, alam nila kung ano ang pwede pang gawin sa komunidad nila. Diba? And then, dapat community-based ang education. Example, if that community is agricultural, teach them how to plant and earn from there. Halimbawa, kung yung lugar na yan ay maraming pinya, then teach them how to make fiber from that pinya and earn from it. Ganyan po ang halaga ng edukasyon. Hindi po edukasyon na hanggang plus and minus lang and afterwards mag-asawa ang bata. Hindi po ganun. Education is allowing the children to learn from their theory and then make it into something useful and productive. And how? To the community. Halimbawa, turuan sila sa K-12 ng pagluluto. So, if their community has a lot of eggs, then they will know how to cook eggs in many ways. Diba? Na hindi lang sunny side up lang ang alam. Ganyan po ang value ng education. And I have so much to share and I have so much to say, but I think I took too much time already. So guys, if you want to know more about so many things, especially Filipino culture and Taiwanese culture, I am really very willing to share everything about it. You just have to go to Hellophiltai Facebook page. I also have my official YouTube channel, Hellophiltai. And this is my one and only TikTok, Hellophiltai again. And you can see this video replay on Chini channel. That's my other video, YouTube channel for extra videos. And if you want to ask something about the love offering I'm doing, lagi kasi akong nagbibigay ng programa. Last year, I gave like 85 food packs. I gave food packs to 85 families. Yes, so maraming programa. And sa Bagyong Odette, I gave 2 jumbo boxes of clothing and so many other stuffs para po sa mga kababayan natin. So if you're just willing, you can email hellophiltai@gmail.com. And before I go, mag-hi na po muna ako, and then I'm gonna say thank you to everyone. Hello, Sternity. Good day. Hi, Kentan. Uy, si Kentan, oh. Plant. Exactly. I like that. And we're gonna talk about that later. Kasi sa Taiwan din po, marami din po silang nagawang maganda in terms of agriculture. And then, yes, Badith, hindi po ako mahihiya magsabi sa inyo na, hindi ako nangopya. Nag-graduate po ako mula nung elementary hanggang college na hindi ako nangongopya. But alam ko in my own understanding, kung tinuruan lang tayo ng maayos, we would be able to be really good mathematicians. Kaya lang wala tayong maayos na teacher eh, 'di ba? So education is the key for a better Pilipinas. But we can only achieve that if these senators will be able to legislate good laws, and they would really push DepEd to the wall and higher CHED to the wall, na talagang pinupush sila na gawin ang trabaho nila. And for me, CHED and DepEd must be dissolved and will be changed into just one. Tawagin siyang Ministry of Education, and they will handle both public and private, so there is no discrimination between public graduates and private graduates, but ang quality of teaching, 'di ba? Kasi hindi mo talaga pwedeng i-measure ang bata kung saan siya galing. Kasi you can learn every day and you can learn anywhere. But the environment and the quality of education for retention really matters. Kasi kung hindi magaling ang teacher mo, talagang magiging mahina ka sa maraming bagay. Sa public school, for one, math is really taught really badly in my experience. So, si Badeth, sabi niya, baka same tayo ng experience. Okay? So, again guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'm so happy to be with you all. And yung 5 packs na binili ko na para sa gift raffle, which we had the other day, dumating na po siya. So, I'm gonna be sending the gifts soon. So, just wait for it. And thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you, Badith. Bye, guys.